So this was a problem that was in the easy packet, but was one of those. So there's three kinds of hard questions. There's the obviously hard that just takes a long time, like it could be choice 1 or choice 1 and choice 2 or choice 3 and choice 4 or all of the above, and that just takes a long time because you just got to power through it and just kind of see if it's the right answer or not. There's another hard question where it's just kind of very confusing. The algorithm is confusing to work through. And then there's a third kind of hard question where it's seemingly simple, like this one here, but it's deceptively simple, right? So when you first look at this, you got this n variable equal to 10, and then you got the for loop going. So what you're thinking is n is 10 here, and then here n is 11, and then n is going to be equal to 21, right? You're going to print out 21, and then it's going to come back in and continue working through that in that way. But like n++ means that the incrementation happens after this instruction has been evaluated, right? So after. So if we had a ++n, then that means that the incrementation happens before this instruction is evaluated, right? So this means after. So then here the value of n, and oh, another thing to note is that this is a shortcut for n is equal to n plus 1, right? So it's basically just adding 1 to n here. So then what we're doing when we first come into the for loop is n is equal to n, which is 10, and then n++, right, which is 10. And then now another tricky point is n incremented to 11, right? So it is, right? So right after this line here of n is equal to n++, so that's 10, n is incremented to 11, okay? But then we do the addition here, right? And we do that addition, so it does 10 plus 10 is 20, and n is equal to 20. So that order of operations overwrites the 11 that happens here, right? So to review, we come back in, we come into the for loop, we do n 10 plus n++, which evaluates to 10, right? And then right after that, because the plus is after the n, and the value of n turns into 11, okay? But this value here is 10 and 10, all right? But right here, right after this moment here, n is now equal to 11, okay? And then right after that, we'll do 10 plus 10, and we set it equal to the variable n. So then it does n is equal to 20. So that overwrites n being 11. And then when you print out, n is 20. Oh, hold on, let me erase those notes. Compile. Oh my gosh, come on. So erase those notes, compile, run, and you can see here we get 20, right? And so we could see that being the case because if you do a n++ here, right, this is going to affect the value of n right here, right? So what's going to happen is it's going to come to the for loop, it's going to do that, and that's going to be equal to 10, and then n is going to be equal to 11 because it was incremented after this instruction was evaluated. And then when it comes here, n is going to be equal to 11, and then n is going to be incremented to 12, right? And then we're going to do the addition here. So it's going to be 10 plus 11 is 21, n is equal to 21, and it's going to print out 21, overriding the fact that n changed its value to 12 right after this instruction was executed, right? Because we got this going on, and then n's equal to this expression after this has happened. So then if we come over here and we run, we can see, well, so then n is going to be equal to 21 after the first iteration of the for loop, right? With all of that being understood. So we come over here and we compile and we run, and we get 21, right? So that's kind of the plus and the minus and the minus n and the plus n. They're definitely going to have a problem like that on the exam. I have like never seen a released exam without them testing your knowledge of the incrementing, decrementing operator and the different ways you can use it. So although this was in the easy packet, I guess it's a nice lesson to learn now, right?